Yeah, people, welcome again to the Coach's Desk with host Coach Minzy. Yeah, and we're here tonight just to give you a short and quick live. Yeah, man. So we'll be talking about the Reggae Boyz squad that was selected for the United States game that will be next week, Thursday, people. So let's jump on real quick. Tell us, what do you believe the team selection should be, the starting lineup? Who is missing from the team and so forth. Yeah, man. So we can discuss for one. Big up yourself. Golden rule, people. Once you enter, like up the live. Just like the live, people. Share the live. Yeah, man. And we could talk some Reggae Boyz. We say 1-1. The squad has no balance. All right. We can discuss that. Put it up on the screen right away. Yeah, man. The boss said the squad has no balance. But right now, do you believe that it is balance that the coach is looking for? Because remember, we have to respect what the coach do. You know what I mean? So I believe that he's not in particular looking for the balance right now. I believe that he wants to give some of the local players a chance, as well as see what those overseas based players can do. You understand? In terms of the Leon Moore, the six overseas players. Yeah. Some people don't like we use that term, overseas players. But what them playing overseas? Shamar Nicholson, overseas player too. Yeah. But I mean, each is one, you understand? Yeah, so people, when you come in, just hit the like button, like up the stream, share the stream. Simeon, big up yourself. I think it's a great opportunity to see what these English players can do. Of course it is, definitely. So we can use this now to judge these English players. Yeah, let's see what they can do and how they are going to be playing against CONCACAF team. And that I believe that this United States team is a very good team to play them against. Yeah, fast running team, one that is a possession team, fast movement of the ball and all of that. So yeah, good team to start them off with. Let's see what they can do. Let's see what they are made of. You know what I mean? But one thing I can tell you that player Ethan Pinnock is a very good player. But let's see how he adjusts to playing against CONCACAF opponents. Understand? Of course, they're gonna be picked in terms of the game. You're talking 1-1. Because if you're talking about the game, of course, he'll be picking them for the game. Yeah, man. Yeah, so people come in, state a comment in the comment section, like up the live. We don't intend to stay long tonight. Let's see, right away we'll go through the comments. Ravel is out of the squad 1-1 from what we heard. Yeah. And it is alleged that he's standing by the other players. Of course, these players are taking a stance, as we all know. Can't beat them for that. Simeon Williams said, Pinnock is solid. I can say that for sure. I watched the championship a lot. Of course, I agree with the Williams. Big bad defender, man. Big bad defender. Tamara Recipe, big up yourself. See people that are on the 20. I'm seeing 22 people on right now. I want you to go over to YouTube, people. Check out Tamara Recipe. If you can't cook and you want to learn how to cook some Jamaican fancy thing, just check out our thing. And I want you to subscribe. And I want, when you go over there, tell her that Coach's Destiny over there. You understand? So Tamara Recipe, look out for these people. Someone want to learn how to cook, just check her out. Yeah, man. Hello, L, big up yourself. Yeah, man, I agree with you, LOL. Yeah, man, you might look some defender. Because the core defenders that we had before, I do believe that we would have need a pool of them to select from. And with this gruesome fixture that is coming up, or grueling fixture that is coming up, definitely have a pool of players. You have a pool of midfielders, a pool of defenders, and a pool of forward. Of course, not a bad move. Not a bad move. So one said, I don't want to see 8 English-born centre backs. Would like to see some local ballers in midfield to see what they can do at this level. Yeah, well, when you check it now 1-1, all of us have a liking, But at the end of the day, the coach make up him decision. Actually, select him team that will leave us to criticize, whether in a positive or a negative way. You understand? Yeah, Tamar recipe. Big up, man. You're welcome. To be honest, high-class players like Bailey who are on 70k a week at Leverkusen shouldn't be working about money to represent their country. Simeon, I don't believe that it's all about the money for these players. Trust me. Because, of course, you did state Leon can afford all these things. So I don't think it is the money. More than that, man. Daryl Samuels, big up yourself. Travis, you're there. What you say? Say something, man. What you think about the squad? Gavin, what go on? Bless up. Big up the Europeans in the house, Big up the North Americans. Big up the Jamaicans. Anyone of there. Yeah, man. I think if a player hasn't played in 10 months, he shouldn't be in the squad. Yeah, that's and when you look up at it, Garvin, 8 of them in the team, it's tough, Virgin. It's tough. But I mean, let's see what they can do. I guess them not playing is gonna show up on the field of play, and then we can say to coach, they tell you can't man not play football for over a year. Yeah, man. Lamar, big up yourself. Andy McNally. Yeah, remember that poster here, Yeah, man, big up yourself, man. Welcome. Remember, people, if you're new, subscribe. Right? Hit the notification bell. And when we drop the videos, of course, you'll be notified. Again, people, the golden rule is to like the live. Share it. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Definitely. All right, so what Travis said, read between the lines. JFF is crazy. The league not started and the locals shouldn't have been in training for the last month preparing for this game. And one game is a waste of time. Yeah, Travis, but remember, you look at it, they are about 40 players in camp, but guess what? That camp was not sanctioned by the Ministry of Health because they know what is happening now with the virus. And actually, persons in that camp actually caught the virus. So you can understand it was ordered to be shut down and it was done. No, they would have gotten back the order that they can go ahead and train. But because US is in charge of the game, they were asked to do a quick thing to move out of the country right away so that they can be in Washington to, jet off to or get the visa for Austria. So that's one of the reasons, Travis. And the local ballers who have not gotten game time in a year versus a bunch of Champion League players. that I go look away for real. Coach, what do you know about Malachi Shaw from Manchester United's academy? Hearing some things connecting him to Jamaica. Yeah, me hear it today, Well, the big man Simon Preston would have done a video on him. So once Simon said it is so. Yeah, man. So big up Simon Preston from Reggae Boyz commentary. And if you have not gone over there, well, most of the people me see here, they are a part of it already. So big up on yourself. So yeah, man, I'm going to do a little research on the player to see what I can come up with him, because that would be a huge thing for us. Huge thing for us. Yeah, man. Malachi Sharp. Look out for that name, people. Yeah, man. Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button. Run up the like. Run up the like. We need about 100 likes. Alright. Travis said it's a JFF fault. Who else are you going to blame, Travis? Have to blame them. They are in the driver's seat. Travis Perkin, this is another Travis. JFF putting their greed in front of the country. Let's see, or let's hope that is not the case. I do believe, though, that this impasse that is happening will be sorted out, people. We're going to have the best team to go to Gold Cup and World Cup qualifiers. I'm not too worried about what is happening. It is something that needs to be sorted out, though, in the public eyes. You understand? But I believe this whole thing started because the thing leaked. You see, if that conversation wasn't leaked, then we wouldn't be here tonight talking about this. Yeah. If that conversation never leaked, no contract would have been written for players to get whatever. It have to move forward again. Or they would have probably do it, but it probably wouldn't become such a viral situation. You understand? Yeah. But it's a US have a beat with. Well, probably have to do a show before the game so we can have some prediction on the game. Yeah, in terms of US beating, let us see. 6-0, 5-0, 7-0. USM slick still enough. Remember they play ball fast. CONCACAF players are, especially the US, Mexico, the Guatemala, and the Costa Rican, them play ball fast. So let's hope these new players can keep up to the pace. You know what I mean? and playing football in cool climate versus a tropical setting is two different things. So when World Cup qualifiers start, it's gonna be a different ball game. Yeah. Robert Burke. Anyone to access the program, we need more games. So JFF need to get to work. True. I would want probably another 2 games in this window, but it's probably gonna be highly impossible. There were talks about a game with Colombia, but I mean nothing has been concretized where that is concerned. So that probably will not play. Probably have to wait on the next window. Who knows? You think Willis and Levy will get a chance? I don't want to see Hector in midfield. Hector will play, man. Hector will start in midfield. I believe they're going to use Hector and probably Liam Moore in the middle of the park, along with Holness. I think because those players would have been the more experienced one, you know. I doubt it that they're gonna start the Willis and the Levy. Yeah, that's my take on the matter. Hector will play, man. And many of us don't like Hector, but I mean, him have to play once he's there. You know what I mean? Whitmore not taking a stand with the boys because he's getting a nice cut out of the 800 million. All he needs to do is replace who don't want the 2,000. What 800 million are talking about, Travis? Shed some light on that. Quick and fast. All the comments are coming now. Smart people on already. Big up on yourself. Remember, like up the like, people. Alright, Jeremy Warlock. What's some highlights of Costa Rica game? Or US Costa Rica game. US not looking good. Alright. Earl Stevenson not seeing another game for Jamaica. That man has talent. We missing ballers. Need to come back by the summer. Yeah, man, they might come back by the summer 1-1. I think so. Gotta live stream the game, watch along. Yeah, that's a plan. That's a plan. It's gonna be difficult for me because trust me, it's gonna be difficult. But that was the plan. That was the plan. Or that is the plan. Romard, Dino, Whitey. I would play 5-2-3 at the US match with the players listed because there's a lot of defensive players in the squad. Yeah, not a bad or 3-5 whatever. Yeah, not a bad lineup, not a bad formation. Some people will say formation is overrated. Coach, I see my message, the players bias not want to play because of all the new recruits. Yeah. I mean, I see a little thing happening which is not good. And it needs to stop. It needs to stop. I'm not going to comment on it right now, but I'm just saying whatever is happening, it needs to stop. So, Travis, I agree with you. You know, look at thing go on, float run. We not comment on it yet. You understand? But it needs to stop. If that is the case, it needs to stop. We all are Jamaicans. Wherever we go, whichever country we grow, we are still Jamaicans. When somebody does something in another country and that person spend the time, most times the authorities send them back to the country of birth. I'll leave that there. Davian Clark, what kind of players Jamaica will have to face US? Well, I see more defenders than anything else. That's what I can say. Coach, what do you think will happen after the Gold Cup and World Cup? Do you think these players will still want to play for Jamaica? Who you talking, Ellis? You're talking the foreign players? Some people don't like the term foreign players now, but overseas players. The English-born Jamaicans. Let me say that. Are those the ones you're talking? Clarify that for me. Any new addition to the squad? Well, from what I learned on the MN9s is that Jamal Lowe will replace Ravel Morrison. I've not heard of any other new addition to the team as yet. Colombia now leave South America. Yeah, South America thing. I think there qualifies. The some sort of postponement has taken place. So yeah, that's where that is. That's why they wanted to do the game with Jamaica, but look at that our play. It's a prediction already. LOL, Nilal. What? You think we will look like lose the top 50 rank after this international break? Well, if we don't lose the game, I hope we remain. But you see, these things are you see sometimes you have to look on the pros and the cons when you make decisions, because what I say, for every reaction, opposite, and every action there's an opposite and equal reaction, right? So what if this game is played, we lose big, and we go outside of the top 50? It will possibly cause some players who want to go to Europe, especially England, not to get a contract because of ranking. So sometimes these things can have a rippling effect. Yeah. So I hope they don't lose the game. Come on, people. These guys need to take a stand. Bailey and the other are doing a good job. All right, Darren, you're in support of them. Cool. What about Blair Turgott and Casey Palmer? I know Palmer is looking about his passport. Blair Turgott has his passport. I don't know why he wasn't selected for the game. But he has his passport. I think European World Cup starts, so team behind us might grab ranking points. Yes, 1-1. UEFA Lucas. Chris Smith, big up yourself. Welcome, man. It's not the first time they reject the youth Aviz. I remember he was there in the local squad versus. That's Beckford. So the second time this happened to him, something not right then. Or him not present himself in a way where he's supposed to so him can actually get the visa. Something alright. Big up yourself, Jordan. Karoom, big up yourself. Which 800 million? I saw somebody commented that we get that. That's why I was asking to clarify that. I don't know about that money there. Yeah. Young Graham, yeah man, that's what I was saying earlier. I know. I don't think the result doesn't matter to me, and I don't think it will matter to Coach Whitmore. I think he wants to see the players, what they are made up of, especially the new invitees, yeah man, and also the local players to see where they are, where they are. If works, more work needs to be done for them. Of course, work probably would need to be done, but you know. Why not look good at all, brother? Which question that, Davian? Write it again because if I go up, I have a loss. Sorry, I apologize for that. Write back your question. If you're this one player, this I don't know, my lost this again, you know. Alright, people. The team USA used versus Costa Rica was their under 23. We'll be facing a totally different team next week. Yeah. A tough team, man. If we lose 2 years, it's gonna be, is it gonna affect our World Cup qualifying? No, Eric Palmer. So that's just a friendly. Nakti. Do you think their JFF should cap the young Jamaican prospect in England before they get big? I would do that. The squad suggests that we are going there for a draw. Yeah, true. Big up yourself, Formula Sports. Welcome. Jerome 876. Big up. Hopefully next week I'm here. They're gonna see what playing league means. Oh my whole, that's not good. National League. Yeah, Formula, me think so, you know, but if well, other countries are playing, so yeah, it might affect, but I hope that we don't lose the game. That's what I'm hoping. You think we're gonna lose badly? Well, coach, honestly, when I look at US as a small nation, us as a small nation, there's a lot of talent, but the political way of doing things is killing us. We need a better board. Your views on Coach's Desk, where you get your sporting experience. Yes, Davian, same. Put up your comment. Well, sources said that these players, that's Kyle Daly, sources said that these players have their passport. The only person who doesn't have it as yet is Wes Arden. I heard it took 3 days to process even Ethan Pinnock's passport. So I heard that. Oh, I think Gray would have had his passport before, if I'm remembering correctly. Life in Happy City. Big up, big up, big up. Shedrack Mackenzie, big up. Make a favor. Let's celebrate all Jamaicans wherever they are in the world. Welcome them all. Of course. Right now, if you got Iceland, you're going to find a Jamaican. Yeah, man. With it everywhere. And you can play the match without a passport once it's a friendly game. But if it was a competitive game, you can't do it. Man's not hot pep. Big up. All right, we are over 100 people on the live right now. Thanks to everyone that is on. What I'm going to ask you to do, if you have not hit the like button, please do so right now. You see the thumbs up? Yeah, that's the like button. Just hit it. Yeah, man. All right, Antonio. What I heard is that Antonio wants to focus on West Ham. He want to assist them in going to a European competition, with whether UEFA or Champions League. So he's focusing on that right now. Probably that's why I think paperwork never sort out. If you get a running at the game, you understand? The more live stream to come with the legendary dogs in the background. Hey, people. Well, one live go on the other day, you know. I think it was last Saturday. Yeah, man, and probably that's why them ship them out in a McNally. Yeah, man, that give them visa bridging. And if you go and check the channel right now, you see that live about 14 minutes live. Some disruption took place and I had to go. But go and check out the live, the people, and you see what McNally is talking about. Some don't have passports. US allows this because Jamaica is their beating stick. Really? I heard different thing, Travis. So when you're going to have a sit down with all parties, boy, I'm one that start out, before summer, Before summer. But they have the negotiating team. Yeah. And the players would have their representative. So in terms of sit down, I'm not sure about that. So whatever the players are saying, it goes through their representative, and whatever JFF is saying goes through the committee that they would have selected to negotiate on their behalf. A lot of unfit players on the plane. Yeah. Well, the only person I heard that doesn't have a Jamaican passport is Wes Harding. So, if the others don't have, that probably would have passed me. Well, Karoom, if we get a beating, then the signal will be sent. You understand? That the selection wasn't a good one and the omission probably wasn't warranted. You know what I mean? Or I think should be sorted out administratively. So I don't know. A lot of unfit. Yeah, we said that already. Alright, Warlock. Give every player them fair chance and allow the coach to make his choice. The man them need to put JA first. Big up Jerome. Why so many defenders and no proper forward? Because I do believe, Edison, that they are looking on the defensive section of the game to see if they can add a few more players to what they have. See the England squad lineup, no Ivan Toney. So what is that saying? Ivan Toney for Reggae Boyz, hashtag. Good back line, but them never played together, so them going to be all over the place and the midfield weak. True. But I mean, yeah, that's a point. But sometimes you have to look at it on a different angle, Formula Sports. These players are professionals. So part of their development would have been adjusting and all of that. Any situation you find yourself in, you should be able to adjust. You understand? So, but the point is taken. Kemar Roof passport I look about. I don't know how far the process is at right now. Next week we talk about my take on the game. Yeah. Should we play a defensive formation and suit the squad, or to play the system and tactics we plan to use going forward to get the players acclimatized to it? We could, but probably not all those players would be in the team. It's a trial team, you know. Yeah, and it kind of Paula, big up yourself, big up to all the females on. Let's say sleep have your way, Paula. All right, big up yourself. Anyways, thank you for at least typing, you know, and sending a message. Yeah, man. You see, Jerome, they have the powers to do all of these things, you know. Trust me. When all documents are available, it not take long. Me? No, sir. Happy city, no, sir. Chinese, they're everywhere. That man no make up mind yet. Oldgate no make up in mind yet. Tony no make up them mind yet. They want to focus on their football until the end of the season. Military go na big up. All right. Some people want to join in on the stream. All right. I'm gonna drop in there. Hold on the people. Hold on. The messages are coming like, whoa. Can't go touch everybody message now. No, forgive me. Hear me. I say it from now. Yeah, me here. So them now have a physical trainer. You know. I think somebody from Mount Pleasant, allegedly, who already have visa and stuff, they must have fly up. That's what I heard. Don't quote me on it. Where's the Burrell and 1-1? Yeah, man, I believe that to Devon. Can't start to look on them when I'm playing a football all long. Where's the Jamaica football baller? Yeah, promote the thing. All right, some people want to come on the line can give a few cents because we're now still late on this thing tonight. You know. Half an hour gone. We'll go half an hour more people. Show short tonight. Jerome, that we'll talk about in a man. The national team lack a whole lot of stuff. That's the same thing. Formula, them. It's a big decision in a formula, so I guess they are doing due diligence. Give them some time, man. At least, yeah. So can't too pressure them. But they don't get no call, Karoom. See, England call team and none of them don't make it. You understand? Yeah. All right. See, another big point here. If the sporting system was paying more attention to the talent in schools and the national teams, we wouldn't have problem to find a team to play a friendly match. Yeah. Crazy, yeah, they big up. I say, a man lose him spot in our defense. Now I'm calling name, you know, because you have a year. Say them hear it on the desk, you know. All right, so we are the military go now. Big up yourself.
Big up, Wagwan.
Yeah, man, there. Where you want to talk about that now?
Talking a bit about the football, really and truly. have to talk about the football.
Yeah, man. Shoot your point now.
All right, so I have an issue. I don't know if you recall the comment Mr. Blake said, captain for the Jamaican team, and there's two sides to the story still on this year, because if you think about it, as a player playing for your national, for your country, you have a thing where you feel like, say, you want to give your heart. And if you're not playing for your country, you can tell us that you're going to be a bit reserved, to be fair. You're going to be a bit reserved. Just the same as sometimes me I play for my school versus when I play for my community. Two different feelings. Two different feelings.
Sure.
So, the question some of them players who decide time when they feel like they're supposed to jump in that team. I really question it, to be fair.
That's the players from UK.
Yeah, the overseas player them. Yeah, we know that the additions, the quality is always important, you know. But
yeah, but let me probably take you down the path how these players come about.
Yeah.
Because them not just see this year and want to become. Because you remember Bobby Reed and Ravella from shape of the year, them people that get scouted, you know.
Yeah, man, you know, long time.
So them not just, and these are the players that come in. If you notice them, so some of them have them passport already. So they would have been scouted a long time ago.
Okay.
So that's it. That's reality of the situation.
So me look on something. It's the case in which many of them never understand the situation. Why some of them never get involved in what is happening. And now because like the bigger players themselves, so what go on, when them go public now, them understand the situation, say there's means and part to play for the national team. Because we get to find out that even the youth that kill Taylor Hart what they had Arsenal. I think the thing get big out like that now. Even they contact him still, but none of them not fully understand how to reach the national program. Many of them, they have people who are get to find out now since the thing got so big. Because the recent you know, you see so much people are come out and say them willing to play for Jamaica. Because if you look on it still, for the national team in the country, them there, the route very, very difficult.
It's
because
difficult
them now play for a big team in the league.
Right.
So it's difficult. And if you look at Antonio, we have been scouting Antonio for so long. We have been recruiting Antonio. And if you check it out, him just feel the need to do it because he realized him look at Harry Kane, Calvert Lewin, Holly Watkins, Bramford, all them names they start call up. Even right now, Ivan Toney in front of Antonio. If Ivan Toney decides the moment they set there. And the reason why they not call Ivan Toney yet are because I championship in that we can tell you. If Brentford feeds the Premier League, immediately more getting called up because he have the quality. Is a player who have the quality. So I feel like say, some of them players still it's like say, because they realize they didn't have the roots to go to the team what plays for them. They decide to them how to take it. But I understand what them really.
But military.
Yeah.
So like you understand the football thing, right?
Yeah.
If you sound like you're the UK.
No,
so like,
Jamaica be the man.
Jamaica, okay, Jamaica, all right.
Jamaica run the channel from man.
If so, people, before we go any further, I'm gonna subscribe to Military Guna TV here. Yeah, man, just jump on and support the thing. So hear me say now. If you born in a Jamaica, see?
Yeah.
And you are
say US.
You come from US, right?
Yeah.
You're born in a Jamaica, see? And you play football. And you have the opportunity because you have been playing football in Jamaica, you understand, you live in Jamaica, you know the ins and outs of Jamaica.
Yeah.
Between US and Jamaica, who would you want to play for to begin with, the first team?
All right.
Jamaica or US?
All right. Really and truly, it really depends, you know. It depends on you as the individual. Also, it depends on what you think, what you want. So, for example...
All right, hold on, stick a pin. Remember, you say now, it's based on the individual.
Yeah.
So the decision is, and the onus is on the individual. If the individual make a decision, then we can't really fight them.
Yeah, we know we can't fight
because them. You say the hypocrisy of this too.
Yeah.
The hypocrisy of this, is that Raheem Sterling play ball for England, and we are saying why never play for Jamaica. Man, born in England.
Yeah, that's true.
No, him grew up in England, sorry. No, and he get the opportunity to play for them.
Yeah. That's true. But
So there are many variables to deal with that situation, you know. That issue is a deep issue, you know.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I'm going to do. Let me get some cases. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna play like some use like use Koulibaly. Put on a French international. Also Senegal.
Right.
Think of Senegal.
One of them African country there.
Yeah, one of African country. Same with Aubameyang, born in France, but yesterday in choose to play for Gabon. Them play it boils down to the players and personality, you know. Who them don't want to play for. Who them don't want to play for. So if you look on it, if me born in Jamaica, if we come from America and US and me play Jamaica, I know ins and outs or something. But because US is a bigger country, what if me realize in Jamaica, yeah, they have a program about and the quality there. And say, all right, make history. Let us make history right here. So. I'm play for the country. I'm going to make history. That's what I'm saying. It boils down to that. So, for example, Ryan Sterling, we can't kill him because he plays for a country well, likely for in World Cup. Likely, without a doubt, likely for in World Cup. He big up on him, in name, his brand itself. He big up that show up. But what if, from the initial stage, a player like Ryan Sterling start playing for Jamaica? The amount of attraction was the Jamaican brand, the reggae football brand that get. We know it have a brand already. But the attraction that I get a player like that, then now other players with the quality there, I go see it and say, all right, let me join the product there. So I feel like the player themselves has something to do with it as well.
Yeah, me get the point there, mate. But as we said, there are many variables surrounding this issue. You can't kill a man if you want. Because you see, at the end of the day, no go now.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna look out for them what? Best
interest. Yeah.
Exactly. Self-preservation is key. You understand? And if me get the opportunity to play for another country because I'm a citizen of that country based on background, you see where it is feasible for you to get the international exposure and all of that, then it would be a no-brainer decision. Now we understand the other part of it where players can't make the next team or it is a longer route.
A more difficult route.
And more difficult. So, all right, I'll go with the next option because remember, self-preservation, you know. All right, we see Devon online. Welcome, Devon. Let me hear what you say on the matter now. Big up yourself.
Yeah, man. Respect. Guna.
Yeah.
Let me say something here. A lot of these players in England has been scouted a very long time ago, especially by me. Okay, I've contacted a lot of players. Kido Taylor Hart is one who contacted me personally. I have all his contact and he's interested to play for Jamaica. But he's one for the future. He's 18 years old. He's still in the academy. You know, but the thing about it is that I heard people talking about these players are English reject. They are not. When you look at the England national team, how many clubs make up the England national team? Probably 6.
The top 6 mostly.
The top 6 mostly. Okay? So when you play for a championship team or you play for a team that's not in the top 6, like
Manchester United and
you will get into the England team. But when you play for like Newcastle and those teams, it is highly unlikely that you're gonna get into the team. Look at what's his name? Isaac Hayden. Isaac Hayden, he is better than a lot of players right now in the national team.
Yeah.
At defensive midfield. But he's not gonna get a call because his team is not in the top 6.
Yeah. Understand.
Before Gareth Southgate call Isaac Hayden, he's going back for what's his name at Everton, the defensive midfielder. He could have Fabian Delph.
Yeah,
he prefer go and he prefer go back for him at 31 years old. But when you look at it, all these players aspire to play for England one day. Them only want one game. Okay?
They said them get them cap.
Yes. the problem with Jamaica, why these players are reluctant to come. Every one of these players, the first question they ask me, what is the setup like?
Oh, program, yes. That is
Yeah,
important.
what
That
is
is
the
really,
setup
really
like?
important.
Because, the JFF Center at Captain Horace Burrell Center, the fields in Jamaica are not the best fields in Jamaica.
Yeah.
We know that because we play on it. Okay, they are not the best fields in Jamaica. But when you bring a player out of the English Premier League, like Michael Antonio, I scouted him when Schaefer was here from 2015.
Ooh, 6 years ago.
And he was, at the time, he was like 25 years old.
In prime.
You understand what I'm saying? England called him in 2 camps. He's 30 years old now, never make a debut for England. His best bet is to play for Jamaica if he wants to play in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Now, when you bring him to Jamaica and you go to the Captain Horace Burrell Center and the grass field up there is as bumpy like you know what, like a cornfield. How you think those players will feel? What if they get injured?
Must kill their face, man.
Yeah, what if they get injured? What the JFF need to do, and I will urge them to do this, is make sure you fix up the training center, which is a Captain Burrell Horace Center, in a pristine condition. That when the players walk out on that field, they say yes.
Feel at home.
They feel at home.
Yeah.
They put a turf field. Oh yeah. Right now the Premier League in Jamaica, I would suggest to them, because I said it to them. We have 12-team Premier League. I mean, I think we could expand it to 16. We don't need more than 16 teams in the Premier League. You know, and make sure you play it out of maybe 6 venues, and the 6 venues have to be good venues, like the National Stadium, Stadium East, Sabina Park, Catherine Hall in Montego Bay. All these facilities that are in good condition, like international games.
It boils down to it really and truly boils down to proper investment into the foundation itself of football. Jamaica
Absolutely.
in the foundation of football.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
really and truly, because in any business, because no matter how we want to put it, football is a business, you know. We are fans emotionally attached to football, but football is a business. Now, in any business, for that business to be successful, you have to invest the proper capital to make that business flourish. The groundwork is always important. And in the football we have in the country, the first groundwork is the facilities. That is the first groundwork. The facilities.
Yeah.
Good dressing room, the players them comfortable, then we start produce.
If you want to develop players any at all, you have to have a good playing surface. If you don't have a good playing surface, it's not conducive to good football. Because football play on the carpet, it does not play in the air.
Burnley, unless you're Burnley.
Unless you understand what I'm saying? And once you have good facilities and you train them well, we will have a good national team all year round. Let me tell you something. I live in Canada, and Canada has good facilities. But the only thing that they can't play football. Listen, I kid you.
Because they play football, the Meridian.
I kid you not. They can't play football. They only kick it and run it down.
Jamaica, we have really good technical players, you know. Really good technical players.
Listen. Second to none.
Yeah, man, that's true. But guess what? When we touch on the tarmac, we come like we can't control a ball when we touch the tarmac. Can't touch the ball. I think earlier this morning, I look on some compilations at Tariq McKean, and I say, all them players now play for some real top clubs. All them man now play for some real top clubs. The technical ability what them have, the knowledge, the IQ, the football IQ. them players supposed to play for some real top club. But sometimes it's all about exposure and the brand, the brand. Because when you see a France, a player come from France, a player come from Germany, it's a brand, and people tend to go towards brand in any global society, in media platform. People go for the brand, and I think it affect us. But this is now, we feel like this is now the time for us to rebuild our brand as the Jamaican Reggae Boyz. Rebuild the brand there, make the brand become something what attract people. People who want to come and see brand and say, want to be a part of that. And that is how them Senegal and them, because they win them African Cup and then something, them build them brand after that. They know them players when England play proper, when they worldwide play good football, willing to go over there because the project is okay. Yes, they might invest in them facilities better. So that is why we have to just invest in our brand and make the facilities better, we centers them better, treat the players them properly, because the foreign players them, we can't treat them the same as Jamaican players because the mentality is different. It's a different mentality. So we have to say we can compromise in a certain situation and say, okay, this is how we roll in a Jamaica, but we understand you come from a different culture. We will try to, as best as possible to treat you as such, because as a Jamaican player, you know, so we might be a bit rigid, more rigid and more stern in certain things, but a foreign player, because they're going at the softer mentality, softer society, you have to give them a different approach. So psychologically, we have to start applying them things to football. The psychological aspect. We never sure if the JSS have a team would have to do the psychological aspect where they go when they have the meetings, they have them psychological evaluation separately to players understand what make them click, what can make them perform at the best, what are the conditions where they perform best. So these things are big factors in football.
And I tell you something, you know, it's not that the players are suffer and they deal with them suffer, especially in England. It's tough situation, same way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, let me tell you one word: professionalism.
Yes, exactly.
It's key. I went to a lot of coaching seminars in Canada. I went to one at the Ontario Soccer Association where it was the Italian coach. What's his name? Trapattoni?
Yeah, Trapattoni.
Trapattoni, yeah.
I think that's his name, yes.
Yeah, Italian. Him coach the Italian national team. Even the way how he put down the ball and the pennies, it look professional.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the way how, and the thing about it, if you call a training session and training supposed to be 3 o'clock, I don't expect you 5 minutes or 3 o'clock you should be walking.
No man, they reach it long before that.
Listen, when I coach League One, which is the semi-pro, third division in Canada. And I am in charge, I'm the assistant coach, and in charge of the U21s, which is the League One reserve. And let me tell you something, when my training is 3 o'clock, and I said to my player, make sure 2:30, you're here, getting ready for when my session starts. And if you come in at 10 minutes to, you're not training for the day, I'm sending you back home.
Which is
you
right.
Understand? Yeah, in Jamaica, that not happen.
I start baller. It's start baller anytime.
Anytime. And
Yeah.
that cannot work.
So the professionalism is down a notch.
Down, man. Down,
Because
bad.
especially when you look at the community section of it, a player is placed on a pedestal, even in the high school system.
Yeah.
Player is placed on a pedestal, and if the coach sub him or the coach not starting, there's a big uproar. Why is he not starting? Why military going and play to the coach idiot, coach this, coach that?
Listen, Guna and Menzies, listen to me. It doesn't matter who you are. You could be Pele, Diego, Messi, Ronaldo. I don't play name footballer. I play footballer off a merit. It's what you give me on my training pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Get you on that piece of white paper that I'm gonna hand into the official. So if you can get your name on my game sheet,
that is true.
Saturday or Sunday.
Agree, 100%.
You won't be playing.
All right, let us quickly move to this other question. There's a lot of a backlash on amount of players that are scouted overseas. But when we look on things right now, the Caribbean is where many of these players are coming, because when you look at a Curacao, when you look at a Suriname, when you look at a Barbados, and even Cuba right now, they are gonna be taking players in. You know what? It's only Jamaican, as Chris Smith said, only we alone a
Fight against
curse
it.
or a fight against it, because overseas players are coming in.
We're friend now play.
And guess what?
Exactly. And I see him, I see him community thing cause that.
We start balling now play.
The star
Ball
baller
Menzies.
now play
Bad
because
ball
of
in the
a
like
local.
Valley. A river in
Yeah.
now play.
Menzies, let me tell you something. With Jamaica bringing the overseas-based players, the English-born players, it will lift the standard of football in Jamaica,
Agree.
because every player in Jamaica will look at it and say, guess what? I have to step up my game. You understand? I have to step up my game. But
Yeah, man, that's true.
if the federation does not fix what they need to succeed, it will never happen. They
I
have
agree,
to
I
fix
agree.
that.
I agree, because if you check it, as the coach said, me I look on Trinidad, and I see a few names where Trinidad are scored fan. The people them
Yeah.
so happy. Can have a few friends, and the people them so happy to receive the players them, because them know say what them have planned a growth. That them have growth to move forward and get themselves in a World Cup and be a bit better. Now we so back-minded. We not think about that. We only think about it come like is the culture problem. We need to move out of the mentality of boy. Him and a star baller, so him happy play because I'm a star baller. I wanna check it out. When I really check it out, another man will come in probably better than him. Another man will come in probably better than him in a particular position. So I feel like we have to move away from that mentality problem, and it has been a problem for us for so long. And I really and truly hold us back for so long.
Gunas.
Big up.
Welcome,
Coach.
Alex.
Coach, big up. Good night. I don't know that
Yeah, man.
person, but big up yourself.
Devon are the next
Yeah, man.
person on the panel.
Yeah, man.
Alright. So these players that Jamaica call up, Leon Moore, Curtis Still, they're very quality players. And I see people on other platforms saying they're England rejects. I have to come and correct that. They're not England rejects. If you really track the record of these players and track their stats this season, Leon Moore and Pinnock is one of the best centre back in championship right now. If you check the back record, Jamal Lowe probably one of the best.
Listen, I scouted them, so I know.
All right, Devon Porter, you know. So me not calling him Devon, but me know other people from platform or other players that towards shades. I said they don't like England players. They don't call it come because they cannot make England team.
Mentality.
Why is that?
Mentality, man.
Why?
Alright, what you know? Let me tell you.
All I'm going to before me give you a platform. Make it
Okay.
You see, RF players them. You put them up on the pitch. Me not bad man. Me not say them. Me not say they have good RS players, right? But I'm saying these England players, we need depth. We're playing 3 games of World Cup. You're gonna put the RS player man down play for 1 year in the World Cup qualifiers and talk about your friend for in the team and Leon Bale and Damian Luna for the team. Obviously, they're the star player of the team, right? But these England man, they can add something to the team. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, like every player speaking up with Andre Blake is saying, say, we not put.
Don't change the comment. The more just a comment there.
You see me? So, me don't understand Devon. We don't really understand
Okay,
why it come on this
okay.
time, you know, everybody are saying want English players come in. Why them
Listen. I am not. I don't want to get into the conversation with what going on with the JFF and Blake and Lowe, and you understand what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something. At the end of the day, those are the core players going forward for the World Cup qualifying, with the addition of the English-based players. So whatever is going on will work out. The JFF and the players will work it out, because it's not a matter of fact if they're gonna. We need
to work
them.
They have to work.
Listen, Andrea Blake is the best goalkeeper in the region.
Yeah.
We need him. Listen, what Andrea Blake said, I am not gonna say I'm against him. and I agree with him, but I just think the timing was wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
So formula, we can't talk. We can't
Hold
talk
on,
about.
hold on the military. But you see, they are gonna say though, you know, Devon. Me just I try if you look into sometimes from the eyes of onlookers. They are gonna say this thing has been happening for years, you know, with the mute your mic, Alex. This thing has been happening with the JFF for years. You understand? And if this crop of players don't actually take a stance, it is going to spill over to our next generation, So I think that,
absolutely.
yeah, I think that's mostly what these players are trying to cap, to put a lid on.
Yeah, because they're frustrated.
Exactly. And my Mark, you know, a lot of these players who would have been in the impasse and not going to play, these players can afford it, you know. Leon Bailey, Andre Blake, Damian Lowe. So it's not like it is only the money, it's the whole professionalism they're against. It's the whole scope of things, how they operate and all of that, how they treat the players on taking them to play games, the accommodation and all of that. So I don't think it is the money per se. I think it has to do with a whole lot of things. You understand? So yeah, Guna. Take on the Formula Sports. Come back with a reply now because Guna will take on your comment. See it up on the screen.
Alright, so let me read it out first. Every World Cup JFF run go foreign and beg and plead. We're not saying we don't want overseas players, but we need to focus on the development of the youth. That's that. Me not disagree with that. You know? Me not disagree because that's a fact. Now, every 4 years the World Cup, right? If we say, all right, we'll start focus on the youth them right now. Would this be the time right now if we focus on the youth them when the next year World Cup? No. So what we should know, when we get the influx of players, we should try to integrate the senior players, them quality players, them, make it use them there on them a little bit more, understand the level where they're supposed to reach. Give them that form of integration there. Make somebody use them, like 4 or 5 I use them, be a part of a team. So you know that every time we're moving forward, we have the age bracket. So we have like 19, 20, 24 between the age bracket there and move forward with the senior team. Then now, if you look on it now, all the teams in France, Germany, if you check out them team there, everyone in the team they have at least 9 or 8 players who are between the age of 17 or 18 and 23. What them players are the future. But them are playing now. Them are future, but them are there on the team now, which means that by the next 4 years, they mature, they reach level, they reach quality, which is required. And you still have other players that integrate in that at the same time. So it is important, see, we develop the youth, I mean, no. But at the same sense, when the development of the youth are going to start, when we don't complain about infrastructure and developing the youth at the start of the ground, we are complaining about infrastructure, you know, so we now have an academy for the youth.
So
okay.
So
Hold on, Guna. Point well taken. Just to add to that, I don't believe it is the duty of a federation, you know, to develop players, you know. That lies with the clubs.
True.
The clubs are supposed to be doing these things. So we
True.
can't, not the federation duty, you know, is to ensure that the national team play some football, get the best set of players in. And if they want to recruit, that would be a part of getting the best set of players. So I don't think the federation's
coach
whole thing is to develop players. That is on the clubs and the academies that are here. But again, the infrastructure is very poor, and the cash flow is not floating around as it should be. So these things are gonna always be an issue.
Alright then, coach. Yeah,
Go ahead.
I hear that on the TV say one of Mount Pleasant and physio trainer get a short term deal with the JFF.
Yeah, man, I heard that.
Yeah, so I think that's a good news. I think if JFF was smart, I think they could use Mount Pleasant and the backroom staff and try add to their program because these are quality in England, getting quality training session in England and stuff like that, which are getting Mount Pleasant players. So I think they should try to get them on their staff.
Let me tell you something. Mount Pleasant is the closest thing to professionalism in Jamaica right now.
Yeah, man.
In the next 4 years, if nobody don't join them, they will always be the champion in Jamaica within the Premier League because they're doing what no other club is doing. Maybe one club, maybe Cavaliers is doing it, but Cavaliers probably don't have the finance to do what they want to do, like what Mount Pleasant is doing. When we stop thinking about Manning Cup and Dakasta Cup for supply players to the national team and start thinking about the clubs developing the players, then the football in Jamaica will get better. Manning Cup and Dakasta Cup is 3 months of football. Cannot supply players for the national team to have a good national team.
Devon, that me tell the people them say, oh, scrap schoolboy football. People them bone me and say, oh.
No, you can't scrap it.
No. You can't scrap it.
Can't scrap it.
Hold on. You cannot scrap it.
Yeah, me as
But-
coach. Me that scrap schoolboy football and me that use a youth league instead of schoolboy football. You get me come from?
But that is our youth league. That is our youth league.
Yeah, you can scrap schoolboy football.
But how schoolboy
Okay.
will get a technical ability? How it will get a
Because
sharp
these
already?
okay,
Ready
because
when they
these okay, let me explain this to you. The same players that playing in the high schools in Jamaica should be the same players that playing in the club system and also the youth league system. Okay?
Which we don't have.
Which we don't have. So that is the reason why they have to play high school football.
But it's
Exactly.
a block that it's a say they don't want their kids to play in the schoolboy football league. And a
Yeah,
play.
because
Lamar Walker.
Okay,
yeah,
but
what
Issa,
happened, you know? What
Issa
happened, you
cannot
know?
block that, you know.
No, but
Issa
yeah,
can't block it, you know.
That's what
what
they
really
did to
happened,
Lamar
you
Issa
know?
is not a governing body.
But that's what they did to Lamar Walker.
Yeah, but what
Issa
happened?
is not a governing body, so they can't block that.
Yeah, man, they put rules in place to block players from moving around from clubs and playing schoolboy football.
Well,
Because
guess what?
sometimes it hamper their eligibility even to go to a college overseas.
Yeah, but guess what? If they can't play in the youth system in Jamaica because the school block it, then they can't get into the national team. If you're not into the club system and develop into the club system, it can't happen. It cannot happen.
Fox.
All right, so Formula Sports as a go now. I'm not adding back. He's saying that what I'm saying is that we need to build a national academy and a development structure to plan long term. Whose line is that? Line the bud. Put in an earphone or something. So this is what Formula Sports is really saying. That the national the national body, which is the JFF, should look about a national academy that will have a development structure that will enable them in planning long term. So that's basically what he's saying. This is a bit more clear Formula Sports.
I have a plan. I have a plan to give to the JFF how to develop players for the national team and how to structure their academy. But I'm not ready to release it yet. And when this happen, just remember, I'll give you a tip of it. We have 3 counties in Jamaica: Cornwall, Middlesex, and Surrey.
Yeah.
Okay? The JFF need, I'm just giving you a little insight. The JFF need to set up at least, because Jamaica is far and apart to get by transportation. Okay? Some people have cars, some people have to take the bus. 4 academies, Cornwall, 4 academies, Middlesex, 4 in Surrey. Then you have 1 head academy that we pull, JFF pull from these into the national program setup. Okay? And the thing about it, they need scouts to go around for those 4 academies that nobody falls through the cracks. Because when you look at it, how good Walter Boyd could have been. How good Walter could have been. Walter was just natural talent.
Yeah.
What if you spend some time with Walter and develop that talent? How good? 1996, Ziggy Schmidt used to coach LA Galaxy, Colorado Foxes, Seattle Sounders. Said 97, he says, on a given day, Walter Boyd is in the top 10 forward in the world, 1997.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How good Walter could have been.
Could have been greater than he is, man. And the same stigma that attached to star ball, I think, catch him. All right,
Yeah.
but DJ Poncho is saying my son plays for a top European soccer academy here in Canada. And his dream is to play for Jamaica when him grow up. And this type of negative that surround the overseas based players is not good. So you see,
Not good.
man have him youth, and him youth want play for Jamaica from a tender age. And because we now bash the overseas player, this is not good. So we have to be careful what narrative we set up out there, people.
Not good. It is not good. Tell DJ Pancho to get in touch with me at some point, somehow.
DJ Pancho, link up the big man, Devon Porter.
He will find me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we just understand the point, Dirty Harry, that Formula Sport made. But when you look at it, let us discuss that point in terms of the federation developing an academy. How viable will that be for the JFF? Because that is gonna be a ongoing thing, you know.
Takes money.
Which other country in the world where you see the local federation or the federation of that country is actually in charge of an academy? Tell me. I am not aware of it.
None. But the thing is, they have big clubs who are doing it for the national program.
That's
okay.
true.
And not only the national program, they're developing the players for their own benefits.
Right.
Okay, it's a business. Okay, so, and it's also monetarily. If this player does not fit your system, where can I get him to go to get some money to develop other players? We are not doing that. Okay, we are not doing that.
So the point that Formula Sports made, it's a solid point, but this is just another take on it. Where in the world do we see everywhere that football is, even if it is ideal to our system, then the federation is going to tell you that they can't afford to run an academy because it's going to be day in, day out. And it's not only an academy they would have to be running. They'd have to ensure that these players go to a formal setting, school, learning the core subject areas and all of that. So it's not just only about football. Yeah, no, we can't do it from the club standpoint, Formula Sport. But the federation cannot afford it either. So it has to go back to the clubs.
It has to go back to the clubs.
It has to go back to the clubs. And there are a lot of persons independently having academies. But do they have the proper surface? Do they have the sporting or the footballing acumen to ensure that these players are developed the way that they should develop? Do they have the business mind? It's a whole lot of variables, you know, people. You know, just talk about making an academy like that, you know. We have a few academies here with some good coaches, but are they aiding the player to go to the next level, like these European academies do? Let's face the facts. Nobody really sponsoring football in Jamaica when you look at it. We have to capitalize and get a big sponsor for that to happen. But then again, the powers that be probably don't have the whole brain to see all of these things. So, me like the point you make, but me have something there. Me have to hit it with that. The JFF I go say them don't have no money for run an academy. The clubs are struggling as well, but at the end of the day, it has to be linked back to the clubs. Until the JFF gets sponsorship, a big money sponsorship, then probably they can think about it.
Menzies.
Yes, Devon.
Let me say something to you. I spoke to Marlon King several times, you know. Good friend of mine. I was the one who recommended Marlon King to play for Jamaica. And Marlon King says, you know how many past players play for Jamaica would like to invest some money in Jamaica, but the situation have to change.
Good night, gentlemen.
It has to change. That's what he says. Because he's willing. And other players are willing to do the same thing.
Yeah. I think those players love the team, you know, man. They want to see the country do well, you know. But the stigma that this whole thing about rejects and calling them names and all of that.
It is not good. Don't you? Okay. In this world of technology, don't you think these players listen to all these podcasts?
Of course they are watching.
They're watching it.
Let me tell you this before you say anything else. One player contacted me on IG and said, I did a video on him. And he said that he loved the work that I'm doing in terms of highlighting the players. And we were supposed to line up for him to come on the show. But because of technicalities, it never worked out. But they are watching, they are seeing what is happening. Even right now, look at them looking. Yeah, continue, point.
Blessed gentlemen.
Yeah, Kevin, big up yourself.
Sir Porter, I
Yeah,
like
man.
the plan that you are saying with the academy, but as I said, I would side with court in terms of, is the club supposed to do that really, not the JF?
Yes, I know,
right?
I know. Yeah.
But my thing is with this, as somebody who used to play football myself, from Premier League to didn't play Money Cup because of injuries and stuff. But the truth is, community football is different from really a professional system. And Jamaica for years has not have a professional system. We have a community system that causes the main problem, and it causes it even nationwide, even with the national team. I remember as a youth, you have guys like Robert Bonnie Scott. Any one of you guys know those players, right?
Yeah, man.
Bonnie Scott, Fitzroy Anglin, Blakey. Those guys were very talented, but as it relates to discipline based on how the community where they are from, them not come training. Carl Brown used to have hell with them, my boys don't to come training. And as a youth being around those guys, a lot of guys take up the same mentality. So you find out that community football then is not really good. That was why Captain Horace Burrell, before he died, God bless him soul.
God bless him soul.
Franchise the league. Get a move away from community football and try to carry parish. Just like what Moby Seba did. Seba realized that Seba alone couldn't work, so them turned it into Montego Bay United, which means that they can generate the sponsors, even though they got renegated after and gone down to a lower league. But at least they see the vision to move away from Seba to Montego Bay. Most of these clubs not understanding that.
Let me elaborate a little bit more on what you're saying. Football in the world, football in England, Germany was a community-based football until these gentlemen realized, said, listen, this is bigger than community, and turn it into a business. And this is what we need to do in Jamaica. We need to take the football out of the community and turn it into a business.
Reality.
Yeah.
And
reality. I see
And
Richie said I remember Sports Max they tried with the under 23 league, and it was, and to me it was more professional. I would prefer watch that league than watch the National Premier League that we have. I would rather go and pay my money to watch that under 21 league where you have Clarendon versus a Kingston. That was more professional, and trust me, it was exciting.
yeah, man. So there are a lot of things, man, that needs to be done. But I mean, it's like some persons' hands are tied. It's like some persons don't have
But coach,
the
we could have
vision.
preached till we blue. We are gonna continuously all when we dead and gone, still a recruit Englishman. Whether we like it or not, Jamaican people, none of them all who don't like it are gonna drop down. Because not until we change our mentality as a nation, mean one going forward, we're not go better. Move away. We have to understand that business is business. Jamaican people don't understand the term business. That's our problem.
So we're not
But
prudent in
but
business.
even even
Exactly.
even if it's even if things change tomorrow morning, I still feel that these English-based professionals can help us. Okay, this is the reason why I am doing such job that to get some of these players to come. I mean, I don't want to see 22 players, but if we don't have six local based players that can step up to the plate, I don't mind.
Agree. Agree.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I made a point earlier, and I commend you on that. And this is the problem too. We have good
Hmm.
coaches, but we coaches them let we down to and let down the youth them too. Most of them. Some of these coaches don't brought the youth them to be disciplined because the community I call them big ballers. Them continuously let the ballers them do as they like and do as they please. And it is
Yeah,
not good. It
yeah,
is not good.
Kevin. But
I can
there's a sort of barbaric thing about community football in Jamaica. You know? So if you're not, if the community say X and you're doing Y, then they pressure you. Whoever is the director of the club, then pressure you. And you probably have to go because
yeah,
the
but coach, you have to
discipline
stand up for
that you are going
discipline.
to enforce is going to
How
be
other
looked
coaches
on
do it?
as, huh?
You have coaches that do it. You have coaches that do it, that stand for discipline.
Yeah, but they go under tremendous pressure, and your
And I
back really
agree.
have broad to stand up against those things. Not
My
many
brother, you have to
persons.
stand up for what you believe in. You have to stand for something,
Yeah,
you have to fall for anything.
and that's the point I'm making. Not
Like
many persons are strong enough to stand for what they believe.
like one of the best coach in Jamaica, very disciplinarian, and he believe in what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can adapt to his system, he's gonna kick you out. And a lot of people don't like him, but he's a good coach and qualified. He knows football. Jeffrey Maxwell.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
And trust me, a lot of persons hate that man guts.
I know, I know, for
yeah.
what he stands for and what he believes in.
Hey, we are the best set of people in the world, but when it come on to indiscipline, we top that list too. Yeah, man. Yeah, a serious thing. Serious thing. Yeah, man. But when I look on it, somebody made a comment in the comment section that before I go any further, people, the Formula Sports, I want you to go over to that channel, talk about Reggae Boys things too. Just go over there, and if you have not subscribed to that channel as yet, please do so. We also have Sports to the Bone. Man, discuss a whole lot about cricket and a bit of football as well. You can go over to that channel and show some support. Just tell them sir, coach is this, you see? All right. So somebody is saying
Yeah,
that
man.
the whole hypocrisy of our people as well. Who scored the first goal for us at a World Cup qualifier? A World Cup game?
Robbie Earl.
Who scored the goals for us?
I reject that, Scott.
Leading up. That is the World Cup. Leading up in the World Cup qualifiers. Who scored the goals them for we?
Oh, well, Dan Burton.
Alright. I say no more on that matter.
Without his goal, we wouldn't make it. Just the truth and the
Listen,
I say no more on that matter.
listen. If you people need to stop calling the guys English reject because they are not. They are not because they are not playing for the top clubs and their clubs are not in the top 6. That's the reason why some of these players are not into the English national team. Okay, and the national setup. You see, you gotta understand, these players were born there,
Yeah, and
They were born
that.
in England. Okay, don't you think if a Jamaican, if the system was the same like the older days, where a Jamaican can go to England and get a job without he has travel and a visa now. You travel on your passport and you go to England and he's qualified to play for England. Don't you think a player in the Premier League would probably play for England too? Because of the money, the monetary gain. Every country nowadays is doing it. As Menzies says, Cuba opened up back. They soon start having players coming in to their setup. Trinidad did it. Look at Curacao. Listen, Curacao, we're talking about teams that they're gonna be hard to beat, eh? You know who coach them?
Yeah, Curacao
Goose
side of
Hiddink.
hard to beat. And Suriname also.
Goose Hiddink. And don't you think the Dutch players are coming in to play for them?
Of course. Absolutely.
Okay. Do you think people are calling them Dutch reject?
No.
Both them and Suriname. Both.
I don't think they are being called that.
People are accept them gladly.
We as Jamaica need to stop doing that. Because they are not. They are not. And when you refer to them as that, don't you think they have feelings though?
Of course, and it's gonna discourage the younger ones like BJ son who wants to play. Yeah.
Listen, why you think Isaac Hayden don't give a word yet? It does not matter what anybody wanna say about Isaac Hayden said this and said that and said yes. I spoke to him this week directly. And it's still weighing his mind. Okay? I can even send the message to Menzies if he wants to post it. I can screenshot it and send it to him. He still have it in the back of his head that he will get an England cap one day. Just one cap.
So them are hold on, cling on to hope.
Just one cap. I know Tony is going to play for Jamaica. Regardless of what anybody think, I know he's going to play for Jamaica. Because even a farmer player is helping to get him here. Few farmer players.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Marcus Gill met with him.
Yeah.
Okay, I spoke to Marcus.
Well, Sir Porter, I am really excited to see that man in our side.
Listen, that man can score goals. But you have to play the system that suits him. We need a system. The Jamaica national team need a system. Because when players come from other clubs and the club doesn't train the same system or the national team play, and the players come together, they will never gel. They will never form a chemistry. When you look at the English system, anybody who walks into the English team is at home because they have a system, they have a way of play. The systems of play, the functionals is the same thing. The clubs train the same way.
Yeah.
And the national team epitomize the clubs.
Yeah.
Craig Butler.
That is so true.
Craig Butler. You hear that name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can offer. He has a lot to offer. But because of who he is, Craig Butler. Because of who he is.
You see that comment down the screen? You see that comment down the screen, people? Everybody has seen it.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're an American and you're there somewhere in the world and you're in trouble, they're coming to get you.
They're coming to get you.
Yeah. So why our people treat each other so?
All right. Listen.
I know it's there.
The cows have to come home sometime. And the chicken have to come home to roast.
Yes, man. No matter how far them go, how many days them gone.
Hey,
Yeah,
coach,
people.
I'm glad for this. I'm glad for this US game finally.
Next week.
The truth is, whether we like it or not, I like how the team is going. One time we could have said certain man game sure. No, nobody knows. The only man game sure right now is Blake. Personally to me. And that's good. You need a side of competition, the man of a run. The man to feel like said them sure.
And it's not only that, you know, Kevin. The fact of the matter is that the schedule is gonna be tough. So we have to have a group of players. It's because if you have only, say, for example, you have two central defenders, one get hurt or yellow card because of the gruesomeness of the schedule. You're gonna have a problem.
Jamaica never play a schedule like this, a 14 World Cup game.
Yeah.
Plus Gold Cup. It's tough. It's tough.
Every game will come like a final.
Listen, I hear people say Damian Lowe won't start for Jamaica. Let me tell you something about football.
You don't agree with that either.
Players complement players. Damian Lowe will look better beside that Ethan Pinnock. Damian Lowe will look better beside that Liam Moore. In game is going to step up. Listen, everybody's talking about the US team, the young US team, and how vibrant them is and that. If Kappa gets it right, and the JFF work out the differences with these players, Jamaica is the team to beat. Jamaica is the team to beat. Remember I said that. Jamaica is the team to beat. We have a bunch of seasoned professionals. You think Kamal Lawrence is not good to be playing for Adderley? He must be good.
Yeah, man, a good baller, man.
He must be good.
Him fine farming in the last few weeks, you know.
You understand? He must be good. So when everybody think that players gonna just walk in and take games, no, people game is gonna step up and people compliment people.
Plus, depending on the team that you're playing to, you don't want a possum person in the middle there. With you want a tough defender that sometimes might make a rash safe tackle, if you can use that. You know what I mean? So to have a Damian Lowe in the squad or in the team, it's still a good look, whether or not some of us like him.
Listen, the reason why I wanted Isaac here in Jamaica team is what he brings to the team and what he can aid other players to do. If you have a Isaac Hayden playing the number 6 in the Jamaica team, and you give Ravel Morrison a free role, there is no defender in CONCACAF. He run past everybody like he's not there, like they're not there. Ravel Morrison. I watched that kid at 19, the John Terry, just name them. He's at West Ham, dribble past everybody like, I don't even know if you're here. It's like he alone playing.
Yeah.
That's how good that kid is.
Yeah,
But
man.
otherwise, he has demons. Just like some of us.
The truth is that's a position that Jamaica have developed over the years keenly. And from 98 we have back a quality defensive midfielder. We have 98 from that squad finish we never get back a quality defensive midfielder.
Yeah, we have been experimenting. We have been experimenting with that position for quite some time.
You know what? I tell you something, you know. I might not fully agreed with you about that because Rudolph Austin has done a yeoman's job.
Tough cookie.
Under limited. Listen. Every team needs an animal.
Yeah.
Rudolph Austin is an animal. Gutuso is an animal. Okay? Yeah. Every team need an animal. Mexico used to have Rafa Marquez. They're moving from central defense into holding midfield. He's an animal. Every team need an animal. And as simple as we take it, if we cannot find a good defensive midfielder, we might have to go back for Rudy Austin.
And coach, the reason why
not many people agree with that, Devo.
Listen, agree.
The reason why I never give Austin that real good, apart from his work ethics, yes, I like that. But for me personally, Austin couldn't pass a ball to save him life.
He's not a good passer, but he's a good tackler.
That was my problem with Rudolph Austin. That was my problem with him. You don't just need a man for tackle. In this day and age, football is grown. You must can make two pass, man.
But you got to remember, you know, it's not every defensive midfielder is a good passer.
I agree, but Austin,
you understand?
Trust me.
They do the dirty work. They do the dirty work and give it to somebody who can pass.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Austin could even give it to somebody.
We hear about talks like of a Malachi Sharp. Any information on him, Devon? Before you do that, put your thoughts together, people. We were up to 161 persons on the live, and we have 74 likes, people. Make it 100. So just hit the like button if you have not done so as yet. But I agree with Kevin. Rudolph Austin passing was poor, very good tackler, but passing was poor. Anything on Malachi Sharp, Devon?
He's one for the future, but I wouldn't say for Jamaica. He's a Manchester United player. So, I mean, if he has that amount of ability and he's a Manchester United player, what do you think is going to happen? He's going to play for the English national team.
Yeah.
That's true.
So,
no doubt.
So I mean, there's no two ways about it. If the JFF is competent enough to go sit him down and talk to him and tell what I have planned for you, then hats off to them. But for now, he's a Manchester United player. He's developing, and I'm pretty much sure one day we'll see him in the England shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
For real. But once me not Man U, problem.
When okay,
Worries.
I'll tell you this. At 16 years old, Raheem Sterling, I get in touch with his mom. The mom says I prefer him to play for Jamaica than England because it's what is going to happen to him down the road. Reach out to Captain Horace Burrell, set up the meeting. They went to England. Captain make one mistake. You cannot ask the English coach, what plans do you have for Ryan? You cannot ask him that. You meet with the player, you tell the player what you have planned for him. Don't ask the English coach anything. I said to Captain, bring him in a World Cup qualifying match and give him 5 minutes. At 16 years old, Captain says a little boy. 3 years after, he's playing for England in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Am I wrong or am I right?
Yeah, man.
You're right, man.
Listen, if the kid is 12 years old and he's good enough, call him. Call him.
Yup, like Kiddo right now, Kiddo want to play for us, so what? We're not farm fool and wait till him start play, because he's maturing with Arsenal first team, from what me understand.
The same thing me I say, no coach. Big man.
Kiddo, listen, Kiddo.
We're not farm fool with him.
This kid sleep, breathe, eat Jamaican.
Yeah,
This
man.
kid love this. Listen, I spoke to him several times. This kid love Jamaica. He posting stuff on social media with the Jamaica flag on him. Yeah, so I'm saying, yeah. So I don't care. He's 18 years old. If you think you can cap him, bring him in and cap him.
Yeah, man, I can play for
Yeah.
5 minutes and secure him.
Yeah.
Great. Trust me. I agree with that.
Hey, listen, I have another one. You think Kido bad? Callum Ebanks play for Cheltenham.
Yeah,
Just go take a look at him. Callum Ebanks. He's ready. You think Kido is bad? Go take a look at him.
Yeah, people call him Ebanks. Yeah, man. So people have said the same thing happened to Storage too. Storage, they don't want to play for Jamaica too, and some little thing go on and it never happened.
The thing is, Jamaica don't really believe in our youth, you know. That's our problem, you know. We don't really believe in our youth.
But a lot of youngsters get bust in a team on like a one bus, them probably score and then them play good and see them again. Look at God not get him bust as a youngster, man.
I was just gonna tell you, said take a look at what Simons did.
Yeah.
He bring in Ricardo Gardner and Pele Wilson in the national team. Teenagers. And the rest is history.
Yeah.
They
use them. And sometimes the youngsters they play hungry, you know, because they want to impress you, you know. So them play with more, you know, zest and all of that zeal because they want to impress you, they want to get the next game. So Devon, a big question in the comment section for you. I put it up on the screen.
Yeah, that would do good. That would be
Laughing,
great.
man, laughing.
You guys want to get me in trouble? Hmm?
No, I'm not trouble. It's just the truth. We need somebody with sense. We really
Listen,
can run football and know about the business of football.
at,
That's what
at
we
this
really need in Jamaica.
at at at
We have too
this
much half politician running JFF.
at this at this point in time, I am not commenting about that question. Right now, we just need to focus on
In
what is at
qualifying.
hand
Yeah.
and helping the team and help the current administration to get over their debacle with the players and let us see what will happen for the World Cup.
All right. So Travis, the big man, gone on a skateboard, so you can't catch him in that question. Big up yourself, Ryan LFC. Yeah. You can't catch him. You can't catch him, Travis. Man, gone on a board, a skateboard. Gone far. And I knew what I using the overboard. Yeah. Yeah, man, big up all the people in the place. Yeah, Travis, I laugh while going, man. Yeah. So people, we're going to close out the show for tonight, I came on tonight saying I'll be having a short live. And right now we're going like...
It's almost 2 hours.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So you people, trust me, I was enjoying the comments, people. Trust me. I really enjoy the comments them. Comments them have me cracking up. I don't know, sometimes when people attack and Mr. MC laugh, it probably thinks that them may laugh off, but at the comments them really have me going. Where's the family? You're not sleeping?
I should be in my bed. I go to work for 7 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Yeah? Alright. So for the people that want to sleep in, we're going to cut the show now. We're going to end the show. We are going to end the show so the people can get them sleep. Because if we follow this show, we're going to go up to the morning. And we can't talk about all of the information in one night.
Yes, man.
So thanks for everybody that's tuning in. Devon Porter, big up yourself. Kevin, big up yourself. We have Alex on, big up yourself, Alex.
Respect.
We have Military Guna, big up yourself. All the vloggers online, big up yourself. We have Formula, we have Military, we have Sports to the Bone, we have Ryan LFC. Big up all of the vloggers them. Anybody who me never call, my apologies. But guess what? Big up on yourself. Thanks for tuning into the show. See you next time. And we can't wait for that game versus the United States next week.
Don't worry, we get a result.
Yes, man. Next week we'll come on the show and we're going to talk about, we want to predict the game. You understand?
All right.
We'll come on and we'll talk about that. So thanks again, people. Big up yourself. Remember to stay safe. Remember to stay safe. Protect yourselves. If you have to wear a mask, sanitize and wash on. All right, my people?
Yeah, man. Blessings.
Likewise. Take care, man. Blessings. Yeah.